So I'm partially eating away my feelings. If you guys watched the last episode where I lost my headphones, I could not believe it. And also, it's a pre-night flight tradition to get some pastry from Starbucks. I don't know why, it just helps me sleep, but probably can't sleep because I don't have headphones, man. And you know, booking a red eye always sounds like a great idea. Like, oh, you get home overnight, it'll be like you never even lost any time. No, it's never ideal.
I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops all over the world, and in every part I own the heart of at least one lovely girl.
Guys, I am not used to feeling like this. I am so tired. I have no energy. I got home at like 6:30. I was like, all right, let's get some sleep. So I woke up at about 11, started doing some laundry, was getting ready for the gym, ate my puffy cereal, drank some coffee, laid down on the couch. First mistake. And here I am. It's like 5 p.m. I just slept the entire day. I am exhausted. I don't know. It was like one of the very few times I can ever remember having this debate in my head. Should I go to the gym today or not? Is that something that normal people think about on a daily basis? Because I typically love it. You know, that's what I look forward to. Today, not so much. So I guess all we're going to do is eat, lay around, and edit videos. Could be worse. Don't worry, guys. We got something that can bring me back to life. I'm going to have some Brussels sprouts while I wait on Uber Eats to get here. What an amazing service. Okay, so since me ordering food from Uber Eats is not going to provide you with a lot of value, at least I don't think it will, let me give you guys another recipe idea. This is going to be a low-calorie quesadilla, so all you're going to need is a flat out. I love these Joseph's wraps, which you can get at Walmart. And it's going to be pretty simple. We're going to make a turkey and cheese, so all you're going to do, grab some low-fat cheese. Going to sprinkle that on one side like so. I'm just going to tear up some of this lunch meat. Then I'm going to add a little bit more cheese. I'll spread it out a little bit, just not too far to the edges because I am going to fold it over like so. Little this, little this. Super delicious. It took me maybe 7 minutes from start to finish. You don't have to overthink making good food. This looks and smells much better than I was expecting it to. It's from a place called Eli's Barbecue. I guess it's famous around Cincinnati. I've never had it, and the people from Cincinnati are probably like, how in the world have you lived there for 3 years and never had Eli's? I don't know, I've just never had the desire to go out and try barbecue. So let's start with these baked beans because they're already making a mess all over the place. That is very good. Obviously baked beans are baked beans, but it's all in the sauce, and I believe they use their barbecue sauce in that. Super, super good. So this is the smoked turkey, I believe, and added a little bit of their sauce. You know what? I think me and my boy Eli just became friends. We also picked up some jalapeno cornbread. Every time I see cornbread at the store, at a restaurant, I think of that movie back in the day. It's an older movie with Eddie Murphy. I think it's called 25 to Life.
You gonna eat your cornbread? But that's your cornbread. Ray, I'm a grown man, okay? I'm not gonna eat this cornbread. If he wants the cornbread, damn it. Have the cornbread. Now, if he wants some cornbread, let him go up to the front and get his own portion of cornbread. That's your cornbread.
That's pretty good. Cornbread, I feel like, is the definition of comfort food. It's never that good. It's never that bad. It's just like hearty, I guess. Because there's still a lot of people that only watch my Sunday videos, shame on you, by the way, I still get a lot of comments from people saying, how do you eat like that all the time and not get fat? Well, most of you probably know, this is not how I eat normally during the week. Throughout the week, every single day, breakfast is oatmeal and protein powder, lunch is probably almonds, a sandwich, and that's about it. I eat pretty light throughout the day. Dinner is kind of the wild card. I'll give you an example a little bit later on, but what I like about the reason that I split up my eating from weekend to weekdays is typically for social aspects. If I want to go out with friends, try different foods, that's what I will do, and it just works out better in my life. And I have not seen, I guess, negative consequences because of that. Everyone wants to talk about the 80-20 rule. I guess that's pretty accurate. I would say 2 out of the 7 days of the week, I eat a lot more loosely, and it's not all day. It's usually just 1 or 2 meals, so it's been working out for me. And I just think people overcomplicate it for the most part. That being said, I have found that using this method has actually helped me adhere to a certain way of eating throughout the years because I never feel restricted. And it's not like if something came up during the week that I wouldn't allow myself to have certain foods that wouldn't fit in my normal diet, you know? Like if I want to go out with some buddies on a Thursday, I'm not going to say, nope, I got to wait till Saturday until I can eat that, you know? I'm just saying weekend versus weekday because that's how it it typically lines up. And I think it will for a lot of us that work, the quote unquote normal 8 to 5 job. So maybe you guys can get something from that. But I don't think that eating a little bit looser on the weekends is going to hurt your progress in the long run, at least if you're moderate and reasonable. And you guys have seen that I've been able to do a pretty good job doing that, at least in my opinion. Now, let's give you a more realistic idea of how I eat throughout the week in case you don't watch those videos. So let's bring it back to last week during that freaking snowstorm. I mean, I just got back from LA, as you guys saw, which was beautiful, and I needed it after last week.
Her body is cold, conversation is cocaine. I'll call her snow.
Hello, this is Travis No Lifts reporting live from Antarctica today. It kind of sucks. How's it look over there, Johnny? Well, Mr. No Lifts, it kind of sucks over here as well. There's a lot of white stuff on the ground. Cars are sliding all over the place. People driving like idiots. Thanks for the update, Johnny. We're going to bring it back into the kitchen where it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
I never really rant to you guys, but just give me like 10 seconds here. Let me paint the picture. So I'm driving home, extremely hungry, long day of work. I have no food in the house because it's been cold and disgusting outside and nobody wants to go to the grocery when it's like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop and get food. First mistake, it's never quicker to stop and get food ever. By the time you drive there, wait in line, get your food, bring it back, unless you wanna sit in the restaurant and eat by yourself. I already feel bad enough about myself, come on. So, I try to get into Corrido, right? That involves turning left across a busy street. Waited for like 5 minutes before I could even make the turn. With the roads and everything else going on, I could barely get into the parking lot, and then the line was so backed up just to get into the restaurant, I just said, forget it. I turned around. That was a waste of 20 minutes of my life back here. Bad decision. Now let's compare this to last night when I made a much better life decision and I had someone else do all the hard work for me. I had my food delivered straight to my front door by Blue Apron, who I'm sure you guys have all heard of. It's amazing. It comes in a box, prepackaged, ready to go, portioned out. You don't have to think at all. It's all there for you. They even sent a little recipe card. Last night I made this steak, rice, and vegetables. Delicious. What I really liked about this is it's super simple. They have the step-by-step instructions, which you guys know I need. It's nothing elaborate. It took maybe 40 minutes, which is pretty ideal. Coming home from work, you just let a lot of it sit and cook, and then I get my stuff put away, settle in from the work day, and before I know it, I've got food ready to go. And I have to say, I mean, I didn't make it look as good on the picture, but I did pretty well.
When the lions come and they turn to fight.
I think it's safe to say that this is the best smelling food that's ever been in my kitchen, so let's see how I did with this steak.
'Cause the only thing that needs to smell a drop of fear inside.
It's hard for me to take too much credit because they sent me the food, they sent me the instructions on what I need to do, but this is the best steak I have ever made. Between, I don't know if it's the actual meat because it's so tender, or it's the glaze, or maybe it's both. But wow, this is so good. You guys don't even understand how much I wish I had that in my life right now. It does serve two, but I have two stomachs, so it was gone last night. And they did team up with Whole30, so if you guys are following that at all, the flexibility, the convenience, you have so many different meal options. Blue Apron, pretty ideal. But before I can give them my full endorsement, I have to try out one of the foods they sent over, and this is gonna be the real test. You guys know, I know a thing or two about Brussels sprouts, and these are some of the freshest sprouts I've ever had. So now I feel comfortable telling you that you guys can save $30 off your first order if you go to blueapron.com/Travis. So you go there, check out this week's menu, and you get $30 and free shipping. Pretty good deal, trust me. It is a much better way to cook. Those Brussels sprouts, so good. But we're gonna end the night with something a little bit sweeter tonight, and we're gonna go with some of this Revele gelato. You guys have been hearing a lot about this on my channel. I love this stuff. It is just the perfect consistency. I don't know how they did it, but we're gonna have the dark chocolate flavor with some Oreos and some sprinkles, and that is gonna be a fantastic way to end the day. But actually, that's not the only thing we're gonna have. It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. You guys know, one thing holds true. The most popular recipe on the internet, the poverty brownie, although a little bit less poverty with the cake mix. Nice little addition there if you guys feel like switching it up. I covered that in my dieting hacks video if you guys want to check that out. And now we're done. Look at that guy. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything. anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That is pretty awesome. Please be sure to go back and watch the videos from LA if you have not seen those already. They would have come out earlier this week. I think you guys will really enjoy those. A lot of good footage. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. It was great to have you here. I look forward to talking to you guys next time. So let me tell you about what happened.